Good afternoon and welcome to our annual Mother's Day luncheon and fashion show here at the Village of Key Biscayne Community Center, hosted by the Ask Club and the Village. And we're so happy today to celebrate all the mothers and grandmothers and aunts and all the beautiful females of Key Biscayne, which, oh, by the way, our Kentucky Derby theme had a winner with the first female trainer ever in history. So isn't this a wonderful moment for the women of the world? And we thank you so much for wearing your Kentucky Derby hats and participating in our theme. I hope you loved our outfits and a little special presentation by all the jockeys in the show. Enjoy your lunch and thank you.
Kentucky Derby.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our annual Mother's Day fashion show and performance with the Enhanced Performance Troupe, the most beautiful ladies in all of Key Biscayne. It couldn't have worked out better. This year's theme is the 152nd Run for the Roses Kentucky Derby. And if any of you saw the finish of that race last Saturday, please go ask Marilyn Miles to give you some lotto tickets because she picked the winning horse. This is how the program is going to go. Our ladies are going to dance to some bluegrass for you. Ed Stone, your fearless leader, has some words for you.
It's a great day for mothers, those of us who are lucky to have mothers today, or those who just lived through a mother, which is very important in all our lives. The Ask Club is very proud of our accomplishments, and we're 18 years strong now. And we're very grateful to the Village and Roxy and Steve and Todd back there and Richard, everyone who helps us. So it's a very exciting time for all of us. And this is going to be quite a show. I've seen the rehearsals, so be ready. And without ado, Chris.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Mother's Day celebration. I know that most of us watched the Derby on Sunday, which was incredibly exciting. Before we actually have the fashion show, I'd like to introduce our dancers.
I feel tears welling up cold and deep inside like my heart's been a big break. And a stab alone and it's sharp and painful that I may never say. You might say that I was taking it hard since you broke me off with a comb. But don't you wager that I'll hide in sorrow when I may lay right down and fall. Now the race is on and here comes pride in the backstretch. Heartache going to the inside. My tears are holding back there. I'm trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running. True love scratch for another saint. The race is on and it looks like heartache. And the winner loses all. Suspecting what the final result would be. And how I lived in fear, waking up each morning, finding that you're gone from me. There's aching pain in my heart for today was the one I hated to face. Somebody new came up to win her, and I came out in second place. Now the race is on, and here comes pride in the backstretch. Heartache going to the inside. My tears are holding back there. I'm trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running. True love scratch for another sake. The race is on and it looks like heartache. And the winner loses all. Here comes pride in the backstretch, heartaches are going to the inside. My tears are holding back there, but I'm trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running, true love scratch for another sake. The race is on and it looks like heartaches, and the winner loses all. The winner loses all.
She pulled out a mobile in the pouring rain, moving through the darkness like a hurricane. From southern Gulfport waters to the Cumberland so green, Louisville by Nashville and all points in between, pounding out a rhythm, making up lost time, heading for that bluegrass state of mind. White smoke rolling, whistle blowing, listen to her engine keeping time. Montgomery by morning, Birmingham by noon, onward through the timber, upward to the moon. Her lonesome whistle cries a low, sad refrain, like the boys down on Beale Street, singing up the pain. No one is gonna stop her from her appointed rounds. This train is moving on, glory bound. White smoke rolling, whistle blowing, listen to her engine keeping time. Our lungs are full of fire, breathing burning cold, a raging locomotion like thunder when it rolls, singing for the mighty who cast her molten steel, drove the spike and laid the rail to ride beneath the wheels. The pride of our nation, she's a monument to them, a southern belle that mighty woman. White smoke rolling, whistle blowing, listen to her engine keeping time. White smoke rolling, whistle blowing, listen to her engine keeping time. Kentucky borderline, Kentucky borderline.
Racing time.
So while the ladies put on their best outfits, it's time for a little history lesson. And it's related to the prize we are raffling off today. It is courtesy to the generosity of a longtime Key Biscayne resident, Pat Iraso. She's here to tell you about the history of the gift itself, the song associated with it, and just, make you learn something new.
For those of you who don't know, my home is Louisville, Kentucky. I lived there for 30 years before I moved down here. Kentucky Derby was a big deal in Kentucky. It's a big deal still, a little bit as a country event, which it is not. It's a big, sophisticated event. Lots of money. I mean, mega money coming in for the horses. It is a continual race that's been run. It's the longest sporting event in the history of the United States. Something that's very famous in Kentucky around the Derby time is a drink called mint juleps. Anybody familiar with mint juleps? Oh, okay. It's a combination of bourbon and sugar or simple syrup. Normally it's served in sterling silver cups, okay? And they frost them and then they put a sprig of mint, make sure it's good and cold. There's a lot of crushed ice in here. What I found in my closet are souvenir type cups, ceramic, or I should say pottery, mint julep cups that were made at the Louisville Stoneware, which has been around since I think the 1850s. On each cup is a phrase from my old Kentucky home, which has been sung at the Derby, or the music played since 1921. So when I gave these to Roxy started asking me some questions, and I could only answer a few, and I thought, I need to look up more history of this, not just depend upon what's in my brain here. So I did. There are 5 different phrases. Okay, it's pulled from a song that really has three stanzas, I guess. The song was originally written by Stephen Foster back in the 1850s, and he wrote it as a protest against slavery. He was not an abolitionist, but he was very upset about what was going on. He was very upset about the deterioration of the slave families. They were very close people, and they were torn apart because their children were sold. So he wrote this song in protest. Over the years, some of the words have been changed because they were very offensive. You know, I didn't know all that history because to this day, when people sing My Old Kentucky Home, they have no idea of what the beginnings of it were. The song overall emphasizes the humanity and close family ties of the enslaved population at a time when African Americans were routinely dehumanized. You know that word. And caricatured. There were all kinds of cartoons done. My Old Kentucky Home is a tribute to the racist thinking of the day. So right now it's sung as a traditional song. The offensive parts have been taken out. You can use these cups for anything you want to use it for. Pencils, you can use it for nuts, you can use it for flowers, or you can make a mint julep in it. So I hope you enjoy them.
I do have to make one slight correction. My original conversation was that we were going to raffle off each one of them individually. After a conversation I had this morning, someone felt that it is a set and it should be kept together. So there is going to be one single winner. It is stamped. It was actually made in 1970. And we were all saying these may be very valuable today. For the set of 5 cups, Adriana, would you like to come up?
Ticket number 557132.
Yes, we have a winner.
Yeah.
And actually, it was quite interesting. Pat brought them to me, wrapped in newspaper from 1992. And as I was rewrapping them, it was very interesting to see the news of the day. And let me tell you, nothing much has changed. So there are 5 cups. Each one has a different phrase from the song, and together they make a set. I would have it erased.
Started, I'd like to give a big thanks to 52 North, who helped provide some of the fabulous food for today. 52 North. And now, set your sights on the starting gate of our beautiful models of the Enhanced Fitness Performance Troupe. All of the horses' names have been chosen from the list of actual Kentucky Derby contenders. So today's models. Our first horse, who won this year's 152nd Kentucky Derby, and whose trainer was the first female to win first place, is Golden Tempo, ridden by Marilyn Miles. She gallops to her own tempo, which always turns out golden. Her moves are the best in the sport, and she will dance her way to the finish line. Marilyn is wearing an exquisite paper-like dress with ruffle accent to elaborate her style. Adorned with butterflies on her fascinator, Marilyn will surely fly to victory at the Derby. And she did, as we know. Fabulous. Golden Tempo. Thank you, Marilyn. Now, welcome to the starting gate, Incredibolt, ridden by Sharon Albright. Well, this jockey is all that, fit, fast, and fabulous. Her demanding training schedule is unsurpassed in this field, keeping Sharon at the top of her game. Wearing a white flowy cotton midi with trendy polka dot hat, this Kentucky lady will bolt to the finish. The hat paired with a trendy hard shell purse, Sharon is the epitome of Derby royalty. Thank you, Sharon. Lovely. And here she prowls, the Puma, ridden by Charo Bocanegra. Strong, agile, and fast as lightning, watch her come from behind to upset all the favorites. And how great does she look in Versace? The matching visor scarf elevates the outfit to turn heads on the track, distracting from the task at hand. Only then will Puma outsmart them. Very lovely. Thank you, Charles. Our next horse is Class President, ridden by jockey Yvette Izzari. Always in charge with her determined to win attitude, Yvette will move to the front of the line in any race. No photo finish necessary. Watch out though, she'll probably disqualify you. Yvette is wearing a meticulously embroidered gown accompanied by a sage duster. Her coordinating derby hat gives away her identity as owner of Class President. Thank you, Yvette. Lovely. Win, place, or show, you'll never know with this beautiful filly's silent tactic. The odds might be against her, but young Alicia Mancito is trained to outsmart any rival. While the fans are admiring her beauty and grace, she silently hugs the rail to win. Alicia is draped in Chanel as she silently sachets to place her bet on a sure winner. Thank you. Beautiful. So you think you can't teach your horse new tricks? Well, look at Pavlovian, ridden by Maritza Miner. And they're off is the only cue this horse needs to outrun the field. Maritza also trained Pavlovian to respond to a strawberry pavlova, which also produced results. Wearing a red floral bouquet on her black dress and red mesh hat, Maritza will use all of her sweetness to pull ahead of the field with a run for the roses. Thank you, Maritza. And next we have Anna D'Agostino, riding So Happy. This gentle horse you'll never ever know, who spreads peace and love throughout the world. When she wins, she'll give you her earnings and trot happily away. Her happy nature shows in the beautiful flowers blooming on her dress, a display in watercolor wonder. And the rose hat is the topping on her victory cake. Love the umbrella, the parasol. Now watch out, Lourdes Hernandez is up and down like her horse emerging markets. As an accountant and always on top of the numbers, this horse will outsmart all the others. Be careful who you bet on. Lourdes is wearing a tea-length cinched waist dress covered in a garden of flowers, adorned with a blue linen coordinating hat. Emerging Market sure looks promising as she runs for the garland of roses. Beautiful dress. Stand and salute our next horse, Iron Honor, with jockey Lucia Morales. With the steadfastness of a soldier, Lucia will earn her place in the race. With dignity and integrity, and most likely beat the odds. Don't underestimate this beautiful mare and her seductive way. A vision in a Camilla floral fantasy maxi with coordinating fascinator, this lady in pink deserves to be Mother of the Year. Uh-oh, get your wallets out. And our final contender, Renegade, ridden by who else but jockey Myra Santamaria. This horse rejects lawful or conventional behavior and will do anything to win a race. Lie, cheat, or deceive, hold on to your reins as she dominates the field. Myra is wearing a 14-karat gold plissé miniskirt, maxi skirt, which flows in the wind. The chain-link blouse signifies restraint, of which she has none. And her Vogue-style hat disguises Renegade's bad intentions. Yay, Myra! And our last contender, dressed in stunning turquoise and green silks, is Secretariat, ridden by Marilyn Kreisberg. Marilyn especially wanted to be here today because this is the date which would have been her 79th wedding anniversary. So this is a very special day for Marilyn. Hey, one more round for Marilyn. And now, can you please put your hands together one more time for the beautiful models of the Kentucky Derby?
These women, and for each one of us sitting down. The ages here are 50 plus up to 97. They could compete against any 45-year-old model. Look at their beautiful shapes, their walk, their enthusiasm. I love each one of these women. And also, for some of you who do not know, our leader, Marilyn Miles, just had less or maybe a month ago hip surgery. So she is a real wonderful example of when you do fitness, as she's done for over 50 years, you can recoup and come back and do what she does. And Marilyn, wonderful, we love you. Keep up the good work.
Okay, everyone? You get to hear it one more time in an orderly fashion. Please do not push your neighbor.
On the bench by the old cabin door, weep no more, my lady. Oh, weep no more today. We will sing one song for the old Kentucky home, for the old Kentucky home far away. Weep no more, my lady. Oh, weep no more.
Kentucky Derby,
Happy Derby! Happy Kentucky Derby!
the golden horse.
Today we will sing one song for the old Kentucky home, for the old Kentucky home far away, for the old Kentucky home far away.